that was a bit deeper than I thought. 2 wet feet. Fish on. Just got slammed. Oh, I've got to get it over these weeds. He is coasted. Oh, look at that. He's coasting. There we are. Right, come on, stay on. That's only a small one, but felt. Oh, I hooked into a decent one then. There we go. Fishing into the tide. The tide's ripping right across me. I've just been having a few casts. Let me get sorted out. Beautiful bass. Only a little one, but absolutely slammed me. Right, I'll get him unhooked. Right, there we go. One bass. Gonna get him back. I'm just gonna give him a quick lob. And off he goes. Well, that was a nice surprise. He absolutely slammed me, that bass. I'm fishing in a lot of tide here, so it's fighting against the tide. It felt like a bigger fish when the initial take came, but I've just been using a surface lure, and I swapped over to a shallow diver. I've had the camera on me, but I haven't been turning it on because it's so windy. I thought it's just not going to make any decent footage, but I'm happy to get a bass. I just finished work and thought I'd come give this place a try for 40 minutes or so, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, it's really windy. I'm going to give it a few more casts, and if I get any more luck I'll turn the camera back on. Well, that was a nice little bass. I thought it was much bigger when I first hooked into it. I had the tide pulling against me, and yeah, it felt like a decent fish, but only a little one. It was like legal size, 42, 41, 42 centimeters. So he's gone back. But yeah, happy to get a fish. I just popped down here after work on the off chance, and I got two wet feet, having to cross the gully to get onto some rocks, but it was worth coming down in the end. Yeah, I was using the surface lure to start, but it's just a bit choppy and current was taking it, and yeah, it's just too much like slack line when you're retrieving it in, so switched to a shallow diver, and yeah, did the business. So I'm sure there'd be a few more bass around if I stayed, but I'm gonna head off now. So yeah, it's just a quick one. Not sure how that footage is gonna look, and like I said, I didn't really have the camera on at all. It's so windy, so it's only if you're casting in one direction you've got the wind behind you. But that one, the bass that took was sort of casting to my right hand side, so you got the wind ripping right across, so there's no real point putting the camera on. But anyway, yeah, one bass, so happy days. Might try and head out tomorrow and get some more. Whoa! Well, I just had a couple of casts from the surface lure, and I put the IMA Sasuke on, and 5 casts, and I'm into a bass. Now, pretty high up here. Gonna have to try and lift him. Boom! There we go. Happy days. Oh, he's double hooked himself here. I'm just gonna, right, I'll get him sorted out and get you a better show. There we go. One bass on the IMA Sasuke. Beautiful. Really good take on it. And I get him off the lure now. I'll get him back. Well, there we go. One bass taken on the IMA Sasuke shallow diving lure. Now I'm going to get him back. Now I am just going to give him a lob here because I can't get down. But there we go, one more show. Beautiful. And he swims straight off. Lovely job. Right, let's get this back out there. Now I'm pretty sure that before that fish took, I think it hit me, because as I was bringing the lure in, I felt something sort of, well, pound the lure, and I thought, was that a fish? But I kept reeling and thought, oh, I think I just hit a bit of weed or something. But then a couple of turns later, that fish hit me, so it could have just been weed at first, or either that fish or another one hit me before one of them actually took. But yeah, good start. I popped down here because I was on my way somewhere and I thought, it's sort of mid-tide up, I'm going to give that spot a try quickly. And so it's nice to come down and catch. Yeah, I was using a surface lure when I got here. I only had the 2 casts with it, but the way the tide is running, I couldn't get a good action on it. So I thought I'm going to put a diver on and use that instead. It's all sort of, well, it's all rough ground, and from sort of mid-tide up, it's actually quite a deep water mark. At the moment, well, at a guess, I'd say it ranges from about 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 feet. But yeah, it's all rough ground, so it's nice to get one. I haven't really been to this spot since last summer. Just fishing over to my right, cast out, I don't know, 30-40 meters. There's a patch of reef which I've managed to pick a bass up over before. But most of the time, I mean, when they're here, they're here. I can actually see a group of about 3 or 4 people fishing off the shore, off a shingle over there. I'm not sure what they'll be going for. Maybe bass, possibly bream. And yeah, there's nothing really fancy about the retrieve that I'm doing at the moment. Just literally cranking it in against the tide with a few twitches. Now that's the lure I'm using. I'm pretty sure this one is called the Bora Mullet, and I've had a couple of these before, but I actually had the what was it called, sand borer, and I've had a few of the sand borers and I love them, and they're really well known lures. I mean, they're proven bass catchers without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, I lost the ones I had and I went to order another one, and saw the Bora mullet and just got confused, thinking it was the same one that I already had, and then it arrived, but they're exactly the same lure, it's just a different paint job on it. But they're absolutely cracking lures. That's actually the first bass I've had on this one. But yeah, if you're looking for a lure that catches bass, I highly recommend them. They've got a great action on them, and you can fish them in super shallow water as well. And if you want an even shallower diving lure, the IMA kimonos are great. They literally just swim under the surface. They're fantastic for really, really shallow ground. And also, unlike a lot of hard lures, you can actually work these slowly, and they have a great wobbling action. I can't so much do that in this spot because the way the tide moves, if you're not cranking the lure too much, it just it doesn't swim correctly. It will just kind of go in a straight line. But over shallow ground, especially at night, you can work them slowly. It's really effective. Now, I'm not actually going to be here for too long. Like I said, I just, on the off chance, thought I'd give it a go. So I'm happy to find one fish. Probably won't be going out fishing for a couple of days now, but I do plan on going out in the week, doing a couple of trips. Some bigger, better tides coming up, so I'll be out with the lure rod and possibly doing a bit of bait fishing as well. Well, that's going to do it. Worth stopping off for. Just a quick half an hour, a few chucks with the lures, and managed to pick up one small bass. But yeah, pretty happy about that. It's all a bit of fun. He's gone back to fight another day, grow bigger. Now, I probably won't be out for a few days now. I do plan on going out in the week. So hopefully a bit more lure action, a bit more bass action, and hopefully a bit of bait fishing as well. So yeah, should be some videos coming up in the near future over the next few weeks. Yeah, I hope you like what you see, and there'll be plenty more to come. So thanks for watching.